all nervous. We never count down from 10.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We are live! What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the podcast. Episode 30. We're getting wild. We got Brandon with the freaking Willy Wonka glasses.
We're
Kurt
back.
Cobain.
We'll give you chocolate.
Yes, sir.
Trick or treat, cocksucker.
Whoa! Hold on. This guy's going loose. So we're starting this episode off with the Kanye, Kid Cudi, one of the famous photos taken from Life of Pablo. We got Brandon. He's feeling a little loose, feeling a little loosey-goosey, but it's all right. We've been celebrating for 2 or 3 days straight.
Yeah.
How long have you been gone? Like a year?
About 6-7 months.
Nice, man. Well, it feels like it was longer, honestly.
Yeah, it does, dude. It felt like eternity.
And now you're back permanently, right?
Hopefully.
All right. Oh, unless you get stationed somewhere else or something.
No, I'm back here permanently.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Brandon is back, guys. This is a celebration. Episode 30. 30.
Got a good surprise for you.
Yes, we got very special guests. This is our first time having 4 people on the table. We wanted to make it special because Brandon's back. It's like 2 different things happening. It's like we're on episode 30. We got Brandon back. It's like, why not just throw a party, you know? So we have our best friends, Martin Jurado and Danny Jaramillo. Woo!
What's up, guys?
Welcome. What's up, Pablo? What's up? How you doing?
What's up, Martin? Good. How are you guys?
Yo, thanks for coming back.
Good.
So, if you guys just tuned into the podcast now or you just started watching, Martin and Danny have their own episode, like one of our very first episodes. If you guys want to tune in and just get to know these guys on a personal level, I feel like this podcast is just gonna be us just kind of having a good time and letting loose and I don't know, probably just telling funny stories about I don't know, we have so many memories together, to be honest.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the main reasons we use this painting, because we got the bros back in town. We got Laguna. His name's Martin, but I call him Laguna. So if you guys hear me say Laguna, I'm talking to him. That's what I've always called you, forever.
Forever.
Yeah, and I feel like we don't really have any other nicknames in the group, huh?
No.
Does Brandon have a nickname?
No.
B-Rad, we call him B-Rad.
Oh yeah, you actually have the most nicknames, to be honest.
Yeah, Lil Rats.
Lil Rads.
That's when I want to get roasted.
I call
in
you
group chat.
Brads. Now I'm gonna call you Willy Wonka.
Willy Pads. Willy Pads.
Kurt Brad. Just kidding.
Whoa.
Nah, so what's new, guys? I mean, we're halfway through 2021. Things are opening up / closing down at the same time.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
We're kind of in this awkward stage of what do we do now?
What about for you guys? What's new for you?
Honestly, right now it's just the grinding of work, staying on a schedule, trying to just better ourselves physically, mentally. I've really just been focusing on mental health and trying to get that balance of work life and still hanging out with my friends like you guys. I think that's the hardest thing that I've been dealing with. What about you, Brad?
Yeah, I'll do the same. I'm just excited to be back, but Tuesday starts again. Where I kind of just have to put my nose down and stay in the books,
What starts on Tuesday?
I start training back at I start my main course. That's about, and I'll finish. I start Tuesday and I'll end in about March.
What training? You should talk a little bit about it.
I'm a flight engineer.
Oh, nice.
So
That's sick, bro.
Dude, that's badass.
I've been seeing all the videos you've been sending us, man. This guy's been flying on helicopters above Alabama, dropping care packages.
Yeah, how was your trip, dude? Where'd you go?
I started in San Antonio, went to Washington State, and then I finished up in Alabama. And Alabama was not the best.
Why?
Just didn't have a car, nothing to do.
Were you in the bunkers, or did they have you at a hotel?
No, I wish it was a hotel. San Antonio was cool because I had my own car and I stayed off the base. And then I got to go out, go explore after I was studying or whatever. In Alabama, I was just stuck like Chuck, dude.
Damn.
How were things at the chocolate factory?
We had Violet,
Steady
dude. We
production.
gotta get rid of her dumb ass.
Had to juice her out. That's funny, dude.
What about you guys? Dude, I know you've been working your ass off, dude.
Yeah, we
Both
can
of
start,
you
we can
guys.
start off with Danny, dude.
Yeah, Danny,
Shoot,
you
man. I mean,
all
all
the
summer,
projects,
you know.
dude.
Danny's the project
Awesome.
manager. Danny's building New Mexico right now.
Oh,
Freaking,
yeah. You know, working every day, but on the weekends getting out of town.
yeah.
I've camped every weekend of the summer.
I have
So,
been noticing that.
This is the first weekend I haven't been in town, or that I haven't left town.
Yeah.
I've been in Colorado, southern Colorado. Was just in Durango, Vallecito Lake.
We were mountain biking in like 2
Oh,
weeks.
How was that,
Yeah.
guys? I was
Yeah.
jealous of you
That
guys.
was badass.
That was cool.
Man.
Mountain biking was probably one of
Downhill.
the craziest experiences I've ever had.
Downhill mountain.
I can honestly compare it to like snowboarding my first time.
Oh yeah.
Or
There-
way more intense though, because you had that
Yeah.
focus.
Well, like
Yeah, if you fall, you're at it.
yeah, like
Yeah.
you know, snowboarding's a little well, once you know how to snowboard, you can just relax and just
Yeah.
you know, you could have a couple beers for lunch, you're fine. But like with mountain biking, you have to literally like be precision on like what you're like what's in front of you.
The
Like
breaking.
you even had a wipeout, huh?
Yeah, I had
You
one.
wiped out?
Yeah,
Yeah.
small
A
one.
few good
but-
bails. You had a good bail. Everybody bailed too.
Yeah, true. It's
Rough
crazy
ride it out.
because like, you know, we're taking the same lift that we take for snowboarding, and we're going down like almost the same speed. But like if you fall, you're hitting a freaking
A
rock.
boulder,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it's not like you fall in the snow and slide. It's like you're flying down the mountain and there's jumps and like.
And
it's
snowboarding's
crazy.
wide open sometimes, so you could like bomb and then break.
Yeah.
But with mountain biking, you have to pick your line and just send it.
That's true.
Yeah, that is true. There's
Me
no.
and Josh were at a few points, and Martine were like, "Let's just go."
Yeah. And it's almost like more risky to hold your brakes while you're going on certain spots because the rocks are so loose.
Yeah.
So you almost just gotta let go of the brakes and just like ride it out, dude. I think that was the scariest part. Was like just riding over those loose rocks.
You traveled
Yeah,
this
the
summer
jumps.
too, didn't you? Go to Miami?
Yeah, I went to Miami, went to Austin.
What was your favorite?
Miami, dude. Miami is Vegas times 2.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. But I went with a group of good friends, and we just balled out.
That's sick, dude. I saw you guys chilling on a yacht.
Yeah, it's something
Yeah.
like McGregor on a yacht.
Yeah, we had a yacht. We had our hotel was right in South Beach, where that's where the money's at.
Nice.
And it was on top of a club too.
Oh shit.
So we were just we could walk down and just chill, party, whatever. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miami's in.
How are the clubs compared to like Vegas clubs?
They were probably maybe a little bit better.
Really?
Yeah, and a lot more expensive too, though.
Mm.
I paid it covers a lot more for sure, dude. Yeah.
What are you paying to get in? Like $30, $40? Or
$150.
$150 to get in the
150?
club?
Yeah, but it was a really exclusive
Yeah,
club where
okay.
you just like cut straight in.
Did you
Nice.
see DJ Khaled?
I saw 50 Cent actually.
You're lying.
Yeah, and Bad Bunny too.
What?
Really?
No, I'm messing
Oh, dude, I was gonna say, dude, that's. I would have paid $250, dude, to go to see that in Miami.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. I think we need to plan a trip out there next, especially with one of our good friends moving over there.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Diego.
He's
Hey, Diego, if you were here right now, you'd be here at the table with us, man. You're one of our brothers.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this, man, cheers to you, man. He's always been a brother.
To Diego.
Yes, to
Diego.
Diego.
Oh, man. We were just
So-
telling a funny story about Diego, weren't we?
Yeah, we were. So like, Diego Gabaldon, he is a bartender at the Palms right now, I think. I don't know. Actually, he moves around. He's just a bartender in Vegas, like one of the best bartenders in Vegas. His girlfriend's sponsored by Bacardi. Like they're just running the show over there. And so Diego's always hanging around these guys. He's like, yo, I'm with Dana White. Like Dana White, I'm serving him right now. And so like last podcast, I was telling the story about how Stevie Aoki kicked my face
Yeah.
when I was like 18 or 17, and that's like what like got me into the rave scene, like just how crazy and like fun that was. And like literally the next day after the podcast, Diego saw it. What's his name? Steve Aoki was at his club, and he like actually got to talk to him, and he told him the story about like the podcast. And he's like, yo, bro, you kicked my homie in the face. He's like, that was sick though. Like he was just telling him all kinds of stuff, and he's like, yeah, tell that little guy, man, like, or tell him sorry, you know, I didn't mean to like hit him in the face, like. But low key, like, I mean, we might get I keep on wanting to say Tiesto. We might get Stevie Aoki on the podcast one day, you know, way down the road. But like, Diego honestly said he was like one of the biggest douchebags.
Yeah, I
He's like,
heard
he
that
was
too.
like, he talked to me. He's like, but that guy was just like, his head was this big. But
Hey,
man,
speaking of the podcast, how do you feel, dude? You got the podcast jitters? What do you think?
It has been a while,
How many
Brandon.
episodes,
Weird.
dude, has it been?
What is it, like 10? 10 episodes you did solo?
Yeah.
10?
You're back.
Yeah.
Back, dude.
Are you happy?
Are you
Oh,
ready
dude,
to
I'm
just
so
like
happy.
just go like full force? Like,
Yeah, man.
do you already have guests in mind? Like, are we ready to just like start a website, go crazy?
I'm ready for the website. I haven't had any guests, dude. I just been soaking in, like seeing all you guys back, dude. Just kind of getting.
Wait, so is this like an announcement? You guys got a website coming?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Is this the official announcement?
So to our audience who've been watching every episode, we probably announce this like every episode.
You just have to happen,
We
yeah.
got a website coming next step. No, I'm just kidding. No, but we want to take our time and do it right. I'm collaborating with my brother Luke. He lives out in LA.
Shout out to Luke.
Yeah, shout out to Luke
Luke.
Griego.
Luke,
He was on the podcast. He's one of the best graphic artists that I know. And he just recently built his own website, Acre Magazine. And so he knows all the, secrets and tips. And so he's kind of just throwing me stuff like slowly. But it's like not something that you could just like make in one day and throw it out like a PowerPoint, you know what I mean? So when we do it, we want to do it right. We want to have at least 4 or 5 merch designs ready for you guys. We want to like have all of our podcasts easily available for you to watch from the website. Like I have a vision, and we still haven't even had a chance to even sit down and talk about it because you literally just like flew in yesterday. But like I think like what we got started here is like something special.
It sounds like you guys are a step away from going on Spotify too.
Yeah, we are.
We need to, dude. We need to.
We've kind of like went back and forth on like what we wanted to do, like on going on all platforms, and like we at first we were like we're gonna put 10 episodes out and then we'll go all platforms, and then it just keeps going up. But like me and Brandon, like I keep on saying like I need to stop saying that. Every time I say it, just make me take a shot. No, I'm just kidding. I'm all like, what's up? No, I'm just kidding. So me and Brandon, when our vision like for this podcast was like, see. We want people.
Let's play a game. Every time he says like, he's drinking.
Let's take one for the points. So every time we watch podcasts, we like to watch them. We like to feel like we're sitting at the table. We like to feel like we're sitting at the table. So we love the visual part of like people watching and tuning in. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, podcasts are good to just listen to while you're working, whatever. I do the same thing.
Yeah.
But for right now, like we want people to know like who we are, like as a whole. Audio, visual, everything. And like the guests that we have on, like we want to make YouTube our main platform. So we're kind of just riding it out on YouTube right now. They haven't like taken out any of our videos yet or anything. They might take this one down, but
yeah, especially with Brandon's intro.
Yeah.
Hey, well, didn't you recently just do a podcast? Was it like a collaboration with?
Yeah. So it was the
Against
first
the
time.
Grain and.
Yeah. So it was the first time Against the Grain. I represented Against the Grain on another podcast.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Nate. The podcast, the YouTube channel is called Obviously with Nate, and he's just like us, and he had the same vision as us, but he's doing his own wave, and he's even a little step ahead of us. He's got all the mics. He's got all of the full setup of like what a podcast has. Right now we got a mic, but it's not like the best. But
no, I mean you'll get there.
Exactly.
Time,
yeah, we'll get there in time. We're literally we're like at the infant stage of what we are. But on that podcast, it was just fun to like represent us and be on another platform, and I got a little crazy for sure. I was definitely getting a little crazy on that podcast, but like that's who we are,
Yeah, you show who you are to people.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why you get guests.
Yeah,
or
for sure.
That's why you get views, is because you show your authentic self.
Yeah.
Versus like other other podcasts, they may not do that.
Right.
And that's why I always tune in, dude.
Yeah.
Even if it's just leaving a comment on the video, I'm always there.
Yeah, you always have the funniest comments.
He
for
does
sure.
have the funniest comments.
Yeah, man. I think like I don't know, Brandon. Like, what do you see? What's your experience been like so far? Like doing this podcast.
And where would you want? Like, what's the next step that you have in mind? I mean, maybe you may not have that in mind yet, but at least like what are you thinking?
This podcast is just fun, dude. I have fun meeting new people, or whatever. Even like just good friends having good conversation. letting everyone see like what you said, our authentic self.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I guess the website is the biggest thing that we've mostly talked about.
Yeah.
And yeah, get some merch going, dude. Get some.
Hell yeah. So like one thing that I think would be like super dope, and I'm like a kid, like I just like imagine things, and I'm like, that'd be sick if we, you know what I mean? And half the stuff that I imagine might not even end up happening, but like that would be cool to like one day have, you know, a videographer, someone that can like follow us on an experience into like our real lives, like on a weekend with all of us going to Lake Tahoe. Or, you know, all the stuff that we always do. You know,
a lot of editing on that.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe
No, I'm
we'll
just kidding.
maybe we'll
I'm
just
just
start it
kidding.
off with like a weekend at the zoo. No, I'm kidding. Even that might get a little crazy. No, I'm
Here's
just
a grocery store trip.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
No, but it would just be fun. I don't like the word vlog. I think vlogs are whack. But kind of in that same realm. You
like
know?
an episode.
Yeah, like an episode, like, yo, this is Against the Grain, me and Brandon, you know, we got Laguna and Danny. We're going to take all of our friends, all our girlfriends out to the mountains for the weekend. We're just going to get crazy. And it'll be like half like Jackass style of a film. Because I know Brandon will do something crazy, or I'll probably do a backflip off like a freaking tree or something.
It ain't a party if Josh isn't doing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, for sure. So, like, with the YouTube channel, I could definitely see it like having a couple of like those documentary type vlogs like in the same realm, you know?
I think like artists, athletes, you know, comedians. My favorite thing is day in the life of what they do behind the scenes.
right.
You know, those are always my favorites.
Because you
So,
see who they are.
yeah. They wake up, what they're making for breakfast.
Right.
Eggs and green chili.
Blake's burrito.
Yeah.
You know what that reminds me of? Have you guys seen Dave Chappelle's MTV Cribs?
I have.
I've
No.
not seen that, dude.
Where you haven't seen it?
I haven't.
You
I haven't
haven't?
seen it
Where he's
either.
like making fun of MTV Cribs, and he like walks in and he's like,
Oh,
"What's up?"
on the Chappelle show?
Yeah.
I've seen that one,
I
yeah.
have.
And he's like making, like, you know how you said making breakfast, and he pulls out a Tyrannosaurus Rex egg out. I'm gonna make this for breakfast. This costs $10 million. He like cracks it, and he's like, oh, it's still alive. He chops its head off. But yeah, just stuff like that. You know what I mean? Ours will definitely not be that crazy, but it would be cool to like, you know, like now that, because I'm a junior wrestling coach, and we're gonna get everything kicked off like here pretty soon. And we throw like a big montanza every year. For those of you guys that don't know, that aren't like New Mexican, montanzas are like a part of our culture where we, you know, we kill a pig humanely, and we basically what?
He said PETA.
Shut up. And so we basically we eat the whole pig in that one day. So like, you know, the people down here already know like what to cook, you know. We're chopping up the fat, we're making chicharrones, nothing goes to waste, literally. Like nothing goes to waste. And it's just like a cultural thing, you know, like it's really like a straight up New Mexican thing. So anyways, like for wrestling, for junior wrestling, that's one of our fundraisers, is we throw like a big montanza and we'll kill like 3 pigs. And we invite the whole city over and stuff. So it'd be sick to have like someone like there, you know, taking pictures, or just to get to see like in the life of like how it is like in Belen, you know, get to see all the kids growing up. And
May I ask
I
you
don't
a
know.
question, dude? So you're out there in Alabama. Did you meet anybody that asked you if you're from Mexico?
I did not. That was, but in Atlanta, when I went to visit Atlanta, they thought I was from Mexico.
Really?
When I said I'm from New Mexico, they're like, "Oh, you traveled all the way from Mexico?" And I was like, "No, I'm from the United States." They're like, "Oh, really? Where's that at on the map?" I had to Google a map.
did you really? They didn't even
Yeah,
know it was
they
that on
really
the map?
Yeah, I was like at a bar right outside of the Brave Stadium,
Yeah.
and I was just talking to someone because I went alone, and yeah, he's like, "Oh, so you speak Spanish?" I was like, "No."
I know I'm brown, but
He's not that.
I told him that's one thing I wish I kind of got passed down. Like my grandma speaks Spanish, and I just never, I guess, picked it up.
Well, it's like, it's sad because like the generations before us, like we're taught like you need to only speak English, like, you know, you don't speak Spanish, you know, even like the Mexican culture that came, that were way here before us, it's like you got to speak English to fit in, you know, so they didn't even teach their grandkids Spanish, and then now it's like valued that you know both, you know, like this
Yeah.
guy knows both, and like it's excelled him so much farther than like someone who doesn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like back then, it was crazy how like it was just drilled into like, you know, society that like it was only English, huh?
Yeah, and I think those are societal norms, you know.
Yeah.
Like it depends on the time period that you live in. Because when I was young, it's like you don't speak Spanish or else you're different.
Yeah.
But now, like Josh said, that has propelled me, and it has allowed me to take care of more people.
Right.
And you know, I value it, and I will never lose it. I'll teach my kids, and hopefully carry on that tradition, because that's part of me.
Yeah.
That's part of my culture.
Yeah.
And I don't care if certain people don't accept it, but at the end of the day, I'm here to do one thing,
Right.
and that's to help those people that speak Spanish.
Right.
So I will not lose. You know, it goes back to being your authentic self.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I go home and I speak Spanish with my parents.
Yeah.
So I will not ever lose that,
Mhm.
because that's who I am.
Yeah.
And at one point, it doesn't matter what societal norms are. You have to accept who you are and what you want to carry
Right.
on.
I don't think people realize how prevalent Spanish is in America.
Mhm.
I've been to not every state, but I've traveled a lot, and everywhere. I've been to all 50.
Hey, I've been across every country. I've seen everything.
No, but I'm saying anytime I've
Yeah,
gone
yeah.
to a big city in
Yeah,
a
yeah.
metropolitan area,
Yeah, we've
you
been
know,
to a
you-
lot of places.
You hear it, dude. You hear it, and there's a lot of migration that happened, and I don't know. It's definitely an asset to have.
Yeah, and it's only booming too.
Yeah.
Man.
I
Like,
think that New Mexico has one of the oldest, you know, cultures that's still living and still alive. You know, you look at the native culture, you look at the Mexican culture, Hispanic culture. We still have traditions that have been here for generations and generations. You go to other countries and go to other states, like Danny's saying, and it's like people don't even know who their great grandpa is. You know?
Yeah. no
I know
kidding.
who my great grandpa. Like my parents tell these stories to me all the time.
Right. Family
They're like, your
reunions
great
and stuff
grandfather
like
was
that.
from Ireland. He came down and worked. Like these are the stories that make me who I am. You know,
Aren't you related to Connor?
I'm definitely
Proper
from.
talk.
I have Irish blood in me. Yeah,
That
my
explains a lot.
my great. I want to say great or it's great grandfather is a Flanagan from Ireland.
Okay.
And so like you said, migration, like they were like the people that were just looking for jobs, you know, and so they came here to this country, and you know a lot of immigrants worked on the railroad in Belen where we grew up.
Yeah.
So a lot of Irish culture lives in Belen area, because they were basically just immigrants and they were down to work, you know what I mean?
That's
and then
right.
of course my Flanagan grandfather fell in love with the hot Mexicana. And
and here we are repeating that.
That happens, dude.
Josh brought the
that
most.
definitely happens.
shout out to my girlfriend Kiana, my hot Mexicana. Yeah, but I don't know, man. I just consider all of us blessed. You know, we live good lives. Thankful for the families that raised us. You know, I always look around at just people that I meet every day, and they tell me stories. You know, like just like me and you, we talk to people all the time, and like it's like, oh my God, like how are you still like mentally okay? You know, people grow up with like missing parents, and their parents are on drugs their whole life, and I mean, yeah, we've had it hard. Our parents struggled, but they've given us more love than probably most. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's something that I want to like tell our viewers. Like, if you guys have a kid or you're gonna have a kid, like treat that kid like he's you. Like, try and put yourself in him and make him like who you want to be, and don't ignore your kids. And I don't know. After coaching, it just like gives me a whole different view on like, you know, society. You know, you don't realize like all the people that are messed up in the world, you know, there's a 90% chance that they have childhood trauma. And it's like, you know, you want to help these kids out, you know, tell them that they're worth something, you know?
Yeah.
I used to always tell Brandon whenever he was growing up, he's a little kid. I was like, you know, what, 5 years older than you?
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you're going to be the sickest, and you're going to be the sickest receiver in Belen. Like,
Was
I
he?
would throw him. Yeah, he was.
good, dude.
I would
Yeah,
always tell
good.
him, like, because Brandon, this kid was like naturally talented, and I would always tell you, you're gonna be the best, dude. Like, just, and then he would believe it. And I really think like those little things that people tell you make you like, you know, embrace like, you know, what you have.
And then you'd tell me to go do a gainer off the high dive.
I was trying to push the limits. Well, let's see if he's really against the
He
grain.
was just trying to balance things out, dude.
Yeah.
He's trying to hype you up, and at the same time keep you humble.
Yeah.
Oh, I got one. So speaking of against the grain, what's the most against the grain thing you did on your travels the last 7 months?
Dude, the most, I think
Tell us, dude. Spill the beans.
I think the most against the grain thing was go to Atlanta by myself, dude.
You went to Atlanta by yourself?
Yeah, dude.
From Alabama?
From Alabama, dude. Rented a car, dude. Got a hotel, dude. Went to I saw the game 6. And just kind of just like, I don't know what.
Game 6 of what?
The Hawks and Bucks game, and I saw 2 Braves game, and just,
That's sick.
I don't know, I think,
Dude, that.
Where's my shirt at?
I got one, dude. It's in the back home.
Solid.
And, oh yeah, you got your jersey. I said your Hawks jersey. Or not your
You
Braves
didn't-
jersey.
You didn't get me anything.
I did.
Did you?
Yes, you asked for one.
Yeah, but you never told me. I told you.
I forgot, dude. Well, I think that was the coolest thing too, was just going to bars or like places by yourself and just meeting new people,
Yes.
dude, and like hearing their stories on how they grew up and
For sure.
like what they do, and I don't know what kind of brought them there. It's just cool. Dude.
So just like going and doing something by yourself and meeting new people without like leaning on someone else.
Yeah, kind of like
Like the squad, you know.
no plans, dude. Like I had like no agenda besides the games. Like
Yeah.
then the games was like at
And then it was just like
8:40.
a free flow kind of.
Yeah, like
Dude, honestly,
this,
like
this.
I've met some of the like my best friends in life by doing stuff by myself. You guys all know Georges?
Yeah.
Georges, shout out Georges
Shout
from
out to Georges.
from Ivory Coast. Georges, you're one of our best friends. I met him snowboarding. I just took a random trip to Sipapu. I was just shredding. I wanted to just, you know, get better by myself. And I linked up with the homie, and it's like, you know, you find these groups of people and that you probably would have never met by just taking a step out, you know?
Yeah.
Georges has been one of the most down to earth
Yeah.
dudes.
Yeah. He is. And he's in San Antonio now, I think, doing his thing. But he's, you know, we always hop on COD together. We'll play on COD like twice a week. Mob out. He's sick at COD. Georges, you with the freaking, what loadout you using? To give everyone some tips.
What about you, Martin? What's the
about?
most against the grain thing you've done in the last 7 months?
Started residency probably.
That
Yeah.
is a
That's a
against the
cheers
grain.
to that, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Shout out to you.
That shit.
Finishing med
So
school.
for those of you guys don't know, Martin just finished med school, and you know he's right now working full time. Like he's basically he's an
More than
official
full-time,
doctor.
Yeah.
homie's
And
been
so they're throwing
grinding.
him like it's like straight from graduation, getting thrown in the fire, and it's like okay, time to learn, right?
Yeah.
So are you what's your title, I guess? Are you a PA or how does it work?
I'm a doctor.
You're a
MD,
doctor.
dude.
Yeah, you're
yeah,
an MD.
yeah. I went to medical school, so that's what I'm doing. And hopefully in the near future, I want to do surgical oncology. Like I want to do surgery and chemo for cancer patients, dude. Which is gonna be intense, but that's what I really enjoy. Yeah, it's just, and you know, like we go back to speaking Spanish. A lot of these people, there's not enough representation of my culture in medicine, so that's where I feel like I can make an impact.
You're the perfect medium.
Yeah. So that hopefully, you know, just trying to stay afloat and make it to there. So
That's
we'll
good,
see.
man.
We'll see what happens.
When you go ahead.
Oh, like what's how long are you gonna be in residency for here at UNM?
4 years, and then I'll have to do a 3-year fellowship. So
Sip through here real quick.
7 years of training.
7 years?
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna jump back on the table. Oh, I just want to make
And
sure
we're
good.
live.
Our intern is slacking, bro.
Damn, Jay.
Yeah.
What are we
come
paying
on.
you for?
Well, what about you,
Who
Dan?
hired this guy?
Let's decrease the minimum wage.
who does he know here?
For those you don't know, our intern, we got a new intern.
What's your name again?
His name is
Momo.
Pablo.
His name's Momo.
Is that half a Momo?
Hey, Momo. It's okay, we love you.
Hey, Danny, what's the
No,
most against the grain thing you've done in the past 6 months?
Most against the grain, I don't know, probably just these camping trips. You know, I went to Navajo Lake. We were jumping off 50, 60-foot cliffs into the water. Just traveling, man. Just really traveling has probably been the most against the grain thing I've done. Well, we just met up and went mountain biking, right?
Yeah.
So
that was.
But the night before, my friend Amanda and I, we decided to go camping, and we camped near this like monk sanctuary in the mountains. For those of you who don't know, off Highway 64, going towards Angel Fire, there's in the middle of the mountains this monk sanctuary where people go and they practice, I guess, Hinduism. And we took this freaking right turn, went into the mountains. We're like 11,000 feet, camped on a full moon night, and had a great night.
Was this the night before Angel Fire?
Yeah, this
His
is night
pictures were insane.
Yeah,
Remember
it was
those?
the night before Angel
Wasn't
Fire.
that a blood moon too?
Yeah, it was a blood moon. It was called like a flood moon. It was an orange moon, and it was like during the monsoon season. And we were up
Was
there.
there all kinds of Buddha guys out there?
Well, dude, it was really peaceful, like calm. The moon rises and it gets brighter than it was during sunset. And we call it a night. And we're sitting there, and all of a sudden, like midnight, dude, you hear the coyotes going off, ooh, and like laughing.
Dang.
And like, obviously, they made a kill.
Did you answer?
I didn't. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little spooky, dude. When you're by yourself,
Yeah.
no cell phone service in an area you've never been before,
You
in
gotta
a
keep your
tent
eyes
where you
closed.
can't see out. We had dogs with us, dude, and the dogs' ears were pinned up and didn't make a sound, dude.
That's
The
good.
dogs knew. The dogs
Yeah.
knew.
Yeah, that's good that they
Yeah.
weren't like making all kinds of noise. Trying
Yeah,
to
but you want the dog to be like, fuck these guys, I'm gonna get them. Like, but these dogs, well, they're tough dogs, but the dogs know they were outnumbered, dude. And
There's something about a whole full moon, huh, that just makes the
Yeah.
animals come alive.
Probably mountain biking. That trip, that whole little experience, that day trip into Taos through Angel Fire, camping near that Buddhist, like it's like a sacred area, in the middle of nowhere, no cell phone service. Waking up the next day, we went mountain biking. We shredded the mountain. Then we saw that huge herd of elk. Remember that?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that was insane.
How many elk do you think were in that herd?
Over 100. There was over 100. All cow elk with their babies. Dude,
When
with
I
their
was
calves.
leaving, when we were leaving, huh, we were like, why are all these cars pulled over? Like, what's going on? For no reason. We were looking for like a car accident, and then we just pulled over just like out of curiosity, and then we looked you saw that, huh, to the side. It just looked like a brown field.
Yeah.
It just looked like a field
It's like
filled
a
with
blanket or
brown.
something.
Yeah.
Really?
You couldn't even see like individual elks. It just looked like a whole brown field, dude. And then we saw Danny. He was like posted up there too. We're all, what's up, dude?
I thought
Yeah.
you were in a rush.
Yeah. So I gotta be home. He's all chilling. He's all taking pictures.
Yeah. So traveling, or I guess camping, is probably the most against grain thing.
Nice.
What's your favorite part about camping? What brings
Honestly,
you to camp?
So camping's a lot of work, dude. And I think the setup, the gear, you get like the cooking. You have to like, we camp, and it's not glamping. You're still in a tent, but we have nice things, nice tents. You bring wood. You bring all your utensils to cook.
What kind of wood? What?
Cedar, mahogany.
Cedar.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's
I,
what kind
I heard that. I heard
Yeah.
that burns pretty slow.
It's a hardwood,
It's a
too.
hardwood. Yeah.
Is it? Does
Yeah.
it drop like when you?
It's a smolder.
Oh.
So, long story short, it's just the whole thing. The pack. I love to pack in the unit, dude. Pack.
You guys
fucking
had a
car
sick
down.
little setup.
Yeah,
with the
dude.
bike on top.
Yeah, get the bike.
What do you do?
I pack a big unit, dude.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Pack-
You need a big unit to survive.
It's always good to pack too.
Yeah, bro.
That is against the grain, Danny. I love when I see you out and about and in the mountains and off the grid.
Yeah.
It makes me happy to see that you're in your
That's your
in your
element,
environment.
dude.
you know?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I love camping too. I love getting out there and stuff. I don't get to do it as much as you. I probably should, but it's just crazy, man. The weekends have just been nonstop. I
Why?
feel like every weekend there's just something to do, something that I have to do, and not that it's like a labor, but it's just there's just so much going on in the summer.
Well, quick shout out, right, to your mom.
Yeah, my
dude.
mom
why?
just turned.
Oh.
She just turned 50. Shout out Melissa
Mama
Griego.
Grego.
Yeah.
Woo!
50.
Yeah, we shut down the house
Oh.
for sure. We had a sick DJ. Shout out Benny Lee, Naomi Jaramillo's dad.
Oh.
He just got some new speakers, and we had like over 300 people at our house last weekend.
I saw you do like 3 backflips.
I did
didn't
at
know
least
that,
one.
that party was mine.
I did at least one.
One on the hour, every hour.
Yeah.
Dude, there was a couple times I grabbed the mic and I was just like talking. I'm like, ah.
How are your knees from all those backflips?
Dude, they're hurting, dude. I had to hit squats today to tighten the tendons. But so just things like that. There's weddings going on. There's graduation parties. I gotta go to an art show tomorrow. I promised them at work. Gotta go see them.
Nice.
And then you're gonna have a barbecue tomorrow, aren't you?
Yeah. A little barbecue.
Yeah, send out the location.
In
Drop a
B-Town,
pin,
dude.
bro. Drop a
Yeah.
pin.
Bring your
You need to
swing
go check out
trucks,
the
dude.
spots. That's
So what goes on at your barbecues, dude?
You been there, dude? You know what happens? Just kidding. You have to come
Enough
show
said,
up.
dude. Enough said.
You have to come check it out.
Hot tubbing.
Hot tubbing, dude. Pulling.
At your
projector
place or
out.
your parents?
My parents.
You think Ralph will get the UFC fights?
Probably.
Ralphie
Who's
Ralph?
fighting?
Derek Lewis.
Derek Lewis.
Oh, the Olympics have been insane.
Oh,
Tonight
yeah.
is
Snyder.
one of the biggest wrestling matches ever in history.
Really?
Yeah, there's this guy named, is it Zack Snyder?
Oh, is that?
No, that's the director.
Yeah.
It's Kyle Snyder.
Kyle Snyder. Yeah.
Zack Snyder directed.
I was actually trying to pull up the results because
No. Oh yeah, pull it up. Tell me.
No, they haven't gone. But
So let me tell you the really quick backstory for those of you guys that don't know. So Kyle Snyder, he was an Olympic champion in 2000.
16.
Was it 16?
no,
Yeah.
it doesn't add up.
Yeah, no,
So
four
years.
years.
21,
No,
4
yeah.
years.
It was
Yeah, but
four.
they skipped
Oh
a year.
yeah, because of COVID. Yeah, it was supposed to be last.
So he was an Olympic champion, right? He beat this guy from Russia who's a legend. He's part of Khabib's group. He's even better than Khabib. Like, this guy is like worshipped in Russia, like a monster. So he beat him. He was an underdog. He graduated college. Before he graduated college, right?
yeah, he did.
He beat this guy, and the Olympics after that guy came back and beat him. And Kyle lost last year.
So they're 1-1.
So right now, tonight, they're both in the finals. That's the biggest rivalry ever.
What weight class?
180.
No,
or-
it's like light heavy because
what is it, like 170 then?
it's like
Yeah, it's
205.
Oh, even higher?
Yeah, they're pretty heavy, dude.
They look
Dude,
big.
this
dude.
guy
Or maybe
from
even
Russia-
like 220.
The guy from Russia looks like a rock.
And it comes down to right now, U.S. is number 1 in like teams.
It's like 195.
No, but we're only up by 5 points.
5
Yeah.
points.
So get this.
So whoever
Oh.
wins this
is going to win the whole
Oh,
Olympics.
shoot.
Yeah.
For Russia or USA. And USA hasn't won the Olympics over Russia in so long.
Dang.
So, like, if Kyle wins this match tonight, USA will bring home the gold, and it'll literally, like, make history. It's going to be
That's
crazy.
sick.
Yeah.
I wish I could
It's
watch
probably
it.
happening
My
right
dad's,
now, or-
Well,
I
that's,
tried-
that's what I was trying to look.
my
I
dad's
have the
been
app.
calling me at, like, 12 a.m. He's like, hey, you David Taylor's wrestling.
That Gable Stevenson
Oh,
match was
Yes,
crazy, dude.
that was. So there was another match in wrestling. There's this guy named Gable Stevenson. He just graduated from college from South Dakota, Minnesota. He was a 3-time national champion, and he made it to the Olympics. It's his first Olympics ever. He made it to the he beat the number 1 guy in the semis. Made it to the finals. Was down 5-8 with 18 seconds left. So you know how hard it is to get 2 points, right? Like, you know.
Get
So
a
he has to
takedown.
get 2 takedowns.
Yeah.
This guy snaps him down, gets 2, cuts him loose, gets a high crotch, gets another 2 with 1 second left, wins the Olympics.
Dang.
Like, literally made history. Like, on the buzzer, huh?
Yeah, it was
Yeah, it was
really,
it was
really
like
good.
I was like
I've never seen a guy work so hard but like that just shows like championship mentality.
Mhm.
Like the average human would just say, "Oh, I'm down by 2 takedowns. Like I only got," like they would just give up. But like this guy, like it's like he figured it out, you know. Like that just like makes me like so proud of like the USA and like just even just like competitors alone, you know.
The crazier part too is he was unseeded.
Yes.
yeah.
He was literally unseeded, and he is an Olympic champ now.
The gold.
2 of our champions were unseeded. David
Yeah.
was unseeded too.
Do you have to be an amateur athlete to wrestle in the Olympics? Like, let's say you're a pro UFC fighter, can you wrestle in the Olympics?
If you make the qualifications, you can.
Okay.
But you have to win like a certain amount of tournaments in order to even qualify. So like you would have to go to like the US Open tournament, take first in that, and if you take first in that, then it'll qualify you to enter the actual Olympic trials.
Yeah.
So like there's like certain amount of things you got to do. Like it's not like you just, you know.
Show up to the trial.
Yeah, you have to win like tournaments after tournaments, and like in these tournaments, you're getting like NCAA college kids that are still in college. You're getting guys who have graduated like 5 years ago who are like just beasts, you know. So half the Olympic team is like super young, and half of them are like our age. So it's just like whoever is just like steps up to the plate, huh? Because David Taylor and them, they're older than us, aren't they?
Yeah. They're
Kyle
really
Dake,
good. Yeah.
even Jordan Burroughs, like
Jordan
these kids
Burroughs
are.
is just he's not in it anymore.
No, I know. Kyle
Hey,
Dake.
you should tell us about what you've been doing lately.
Yeah, I've been grappling. I've been wrestling at least once or twice a week. I've been showing up at New Mexico. New Mexico Beast has a gym, and they have like a class for like all the older college kids. So like this class is just like focused on high school and college kids, and Javier Jaramillo, he's taking it really seriously, trying to get into MMA. He invited me, and he's like, I want to roll live, and Real Woods, if you guys don't know, Real Woods is like one of the instructors. Real Woods Enrico Martinez. So Real Woods is the #1 ranked NCAA champion from Stanford. And we're going live with them, literally. Like, we're showing up and these guys are down and just go shark bait, and it's like dog fights. Like, it's like wars, and you know, you just step in and it's like, what are you gonna do? You know, it's like, it makes me feel, it like kind of makes me happy, because it like makes me it shows to me that age doesn't matter. You know, you could still be an old dog and step in there and have heart, and like you keep up with some of these kids. You know, in a real match, Real Woods would obviously destroy me. All these kids would destroy me, whatever. But it's just fun to just get in that fight again, get in that grit, leave drenched. You know, me and Javi leave drenched. He gave me a black eye. It's like fun, you know.
Yeah.
So like, I recommend even to like our audience, like, it's never too late to jump into like something and just like have fun. Like, my girlfriend just got me to join a volleyball league. I've been going once a week, so I'm like playing a volleyball league now, and it's like the funnest thing I've ever done. Like, we're straight up like killing it. We're playing against all these college kids, and
She was pretty good, right?
she's sick. Yeah, Kiana's really good at volleyball, so it's fun, man.
Oh, yeah.
You do jiu-jitsu too, don't you?
Yeah, I'll probably start Monday.
Did you go to 10th Planet?
Yeah, Dark Haven. Shout out to Dark Haven Studios.
Nice.
10th
Bunch of
Planet,
shout outs,
Albuquerque.
dude.
You should hit up Javi. He's
Yeah, dude.
down the roll.
Yeah, dude, for sure. Hit him up Monday if he goes. If he goes to the night one. I don't know which ones he go to. It looks like he goes in the morning and then the like lunch, stories.
It's crazy.
And I've been seeing him going to some night ones too. So
We've grappled a couple times, huh, Danny?
Oh yeah, dude.
The night before
should we
everything.
tell that story?
These are the midnight grapples, dude.
Should we tell that story?
Let me. I'll start it off, dude. So every Thanksgiving, the boys unite before, because everybody always has Thanksgiving off, right? And Thanksgiving's always on a Thursday. So that Wednesday, it's kind of a tradition to get with your boys before you go with the family, you know.
Yeah.
And
every night before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, every night before
Everyone's in
Thanksgiving.
town.
Every Wednesday, yeah. So people are coming into town.
What do they call it? Blackout Wednesday?
I think you're
Something like that, yeah.
So we get together one night, huh? And we go downtown, and it snowed that night. Remember?
Like at least like 12
Yeah, it
inches.
snowed a whole foot, and we could barely walk through the snow. We weren't prepared, but we kind of bar hopped a little bit, and we ended up at
Shout
a
out
show.
distilleries.
We ended up at a show at El Rey, dude. We ended up at a show at El Rey, and it was pretty hype over there, huh?
Yeah, that was good, man. I mean, dude, the snow ain't stopping our culture. Dude.
We were in the
We're out
FJ.
there.
Remember, we were in the FJ just
Dan,
plowing through the snow.
Hey, shout out to Danny's FJ.
Yeah. Come on.
That thing's got us through some trials.
Yeah,
dude.
dude. Shout out to the FJ, dude.
Yeah.
That's a tank. So we go through this show. We leave the show pretty amped, and I think at the end of the night it was just me, you, and Martin, huh?
Yeah, I
And,
think it was.
At the time, I was living downtown, so we were walking distance from home. So
Yeah.
we decided to leave the FJ downtown and walk home, and we get to my house, and it wasn't late enough for us. We still had a little bit of energy, huh?
Yeah.
So
We had to get those wiggles out.
Yeah.
We had a couple of oogas left in us.
So we let the music roll, huh? We let the music roll. We just kept on DJing. I think you might even had your DJ. I don't know.
Yeah, this guy had his turntable.
Yeah.
He was playing a live show for us.
Yeah, dude. So you
He
know,
was
I had
like-
a few IPAs, I think, in the fridge, dude, and we just kept drinking. And then all of a sudden, we still had more energy. We were
Yeah.
like, you know, all of us. I mean, these guys wrestled more than I did. You
For
wrestled
sure.
too, right?
Yeah.
You know, but we all had that wrestling bone in us, so we
sure.
decided to. We all started looking at each other.
Yeah.
Like, you want to look? You
Uh-oh.
looking
Yeah.
at me?
Yeah.
What weight are you?
You looking at me?
Sizing each other up, dude. Typical
And,
blunt thing, bro. Just sizing each other up. All of a sudden, we're looking at each other kind of crazy. It's
You
so
know,
dumb.
and the funny thing is
I got
like
flashbacks to the A-frame.
when you're with your boys, you already know like the energy,
Jake.
you know. So it's like you know we're having fun still. And
Yeah.
I had a wide open living room, dude. It was
Oh, it was
just
the
a
best. It was-
perfect wrestling.
I almost
arena.
felt the dome light above us, dude. I felt like it was like
Rob Zombie
So-
was playing in the
Rob
back.
Zombie. It was the perfect like chaos, like
Yeah.
perfect mix of just like
I think it happened naturally. Like
dude.
nobody said let's wrestle.
No, we didn't, like, make it a big deal.
We were all like in the room together,
yeah,
and
it
all of a
started
sudden
off
you
with like a little
yeah, and all of a
know
sudden you're locked up with
Oh, Yeah,
man.
You're locked in with your boy, and your boy tries
once you touch forehead, it's like, that's when you know
It's
over.
and then your boy tries to ankle pick you, dude.
Josh, did you have the ankle pick?
Dude, I'm a sniper.
Yeah, dude. Once somebody engages in the ankle pick, then it's on.
Yeah,
dude.
that's
And,
insulting. You gotta step up.
We had a great, probably 4 or 5 rounds, dude, of wrestling and blood, sweat, tears,
Bruises.
Yeah.
bruises, and we all woke up with bruises, dude. I think.
Yeah, you had a big, like, you were wearing a chain.
Yeah, I had
And his chain was like scraped on his chest.
Oh.
And then I showed up at my parents, obviously for Thanksgiving, you know, and we met up the next day too.
Yeah.
But I showed up and my parents were like, "You got in a fight last night? Like, I can't believe you got in a fight because like you gave me a black eye,
Yeah.
or you gave me like the worst thing
Like
on
a
my
rug
eye."
burn,
Yeah,
like,
it
and I
looked
had a
bad.
black eye, like.
And my parents to this day don't believe that we wrestled. So this is proof right here. Danny just told the story.
I would never lie to the Gregos, dude.
Yeah, never.
But
yeah.
I think that brought us closer as friends,
Oh,
like,
for sure, bro.
because you hang out together for so long, dude, and you don't. Yeah, we don't wrestle enough.
We need to wrestle more. We need to get it out.
Yeah.
We might just move this table out of the way after this. We might put our first wrestling match on YouTube.
Against the Green
That's the
Wrestling.
next. That's the different. Like, you got playlists. You have the podcast, and then you have the
Yeah,
backyard,
that's what I wanna do.
living room wrestling matches, dude.
For sure. What's that one channel that we watch all the time with Backyard Brawls?
Backyard Brawls.
No.
No, it's a name for it. It's a fight.
Street beef.
Street Beefs. Street Beefs is the best channel ever. I would love to have some like that type of environment. Does that not remind you of like
Yeah.
thriller fights? They just have like a cage of like just
Pads.
random fence with cardboard on the.
It's always well
walls.
put together. It's like texting and like they set up the fight.
Yeah.
And
But they have some good talent there. They got a lot of military guys. A lot of military guys are just down to throw hands.
I think
Yeah.
one you guys sent me. This guy's fighting in a suit.
I saw that one. He looked like John Wick, dude.
Freaking. Yeah, dude.
Did you see that fight?
Straight out of
Did
Fortnite.
you see that fight? We might get in trouble for telling this, but on the channel they have a fight of like a transgender chick fighting a guy.
No, did the chick win?
I didn't see that
The
one.
chick beat him up too.
Wait,
So they put it was
transgender chick?
it was a guy who transitioned to a girl,
Yeah.
and he fought like a wimpy guy, and she just beat the crap out of him, dude. And then they have the wheelchair fights. It's pretty.
They let
crazy.
everybody go. You got to get the wiggles
Yeah,
out, dude.
I mean, why can't you? If just because you're in a wheelchair doesn't mean you can't throw hands.
I like how inclusive they are.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure, they would let us throw down. Who would be the like our sponsored fighter in our group? Probably Brandon, huh?
Me?
Because you know jujitsu and wrestling. I only really know
This guy's
wrestling.
got a mean uppercut, dude.
You do got a good uppercut. You hit me with it one time.
Yeah, he's always throwing it, dude.
He's like, watch this. I'm like, dude, you hit me.
Yeah,
I'm like,
dude.
you're not supposed to hit me. My bad. No, I saw Brandon wrestle. It's a big cat. Or you went toe to toe with Diego. Remember?
Oh,
Remember at
yeah.
your house?
Oh, yeah.
You were
Yeah,
doing
shout out
going
Diego.
jiu-jitsu. Diego Weston.
Yeah.
What's his last name?
Weston.
Is it Weston?
Yeah.
Yeah, Diego. He's a big old guy, bro. He's bigger than Danny, and Brandon went with him, and they went at it, huh? Just like us. Just how you described our match. That was theirs. Like
To-
Brandon
to
would
the
not
end,
give
to the
up.
end,
Yeah.
dude. Until I got
They would
tired
just
out.
going.
Couldn't anymore.
Dude, Kiana even grappled.
Kiana?
that night.
Yeah, dude, that was
Kiana
really-
would tap outs with another girl.
This is a barbecue?
Yeah, shout out to Angelica.
Yeah. I asked you earlier what happens at your barbecues, dude.
Dude, Angelica Cook and Kiana threw down, bro. I was in Kiana's corner. I'm all coaching her. I'm like, you need to watch out. You need to get this. And then like Kosi was coaching his girl,
Yeah.
and we're like coaching him. And they just went at it, bro. And Kiana,
Chicks wrestle fight different,
dude,
dude.
it's so much more like
Aggressive.
catty. It's like
Aggressive.
Yeah. I think
it's
it is
like
more
too
aggressive.
catty.
Catty.
You
Like
know?
legs are flying,
Yeah.
like legs,
They're
arms,
like
elbows.
quick.
are
It's
fly-
like
Hair pulling.
yeah.
Yeah,
All of a sudden,
dude.
there's things getting pulled out. Like it's
No.
too fast, you know.
Yeah,
With
dude.
us, it's like we'll get a look for a guillotine, whatever. And these girls are just like hairs everywhere, dude. Like all of a sudden, Kiana's like getting choked, and I'm like, oh my god, dude. I don't want that to happen again. Hey, but actually, that was the beginning of a trilogy. So if Kiana wins the next grapple match, we might have ourselves a big event soon.
I know.
Dang, this guy's promoting.
Yeah. Business mindset, dude.
Yeah.
Dana White in Mexico.
If it ain't Danny
Oh,
Travis
man.
versus.
Dude, Danny Chavez versus Bussy. I've already told that story. That was a good match. Dude, you know what would be? You know what was like the best matchup ever was Tyler East versus
Bryce.
Bryce.
Ooh, Bryce Cargill and the rest.
You know Bryce. For those of you guys from New Mexico, from Belen, that grew up with us, Bryce Cargill is just like this specimen. Like he's just like a freak, just like Tyler East. You know, R.I.P. Tyler, we love you. But you know, back in the day when we were all in the wrestling room, young kids, Tyler and Bryce literally threw hands. It was the best fight I've ever seen in my life. Just toe to toe, dude. Bryce was taking shots to the throat,
dude.
You could hear noises of him going, like just, and he would not back down. And we were all watching this, like, and you could just, you know, when you hear the sound of like a punch landing, it was just like that, and we were just like fascinated.
But it was amplified because it was in that throat, dude. So
Yes.
all
You could you could just hear that, dude. His Adam's apple must have been like locked in.
Dude, Tyler, I mean, you know, I think his Adam's apple turned into applesauce.
Dude, but Bryce came out on top. I think Bryce buckled Tyler, and he kind of stumbled. And then when Tyler was trying to get back up, Coach McCartney, remember Coach McCartney?
Yeah.
No, Brian.
He went and tackled him down, dude, and just held Tyler. And they were like, Bryce, leave. You got to jump in your truck and leave. Like, it was like those moments, like those fights, like where like, if someone didn't like intervene, like someone might have died. You know, like there's just like these kids that grow up with trauma that like can't stop once they started. You
See
know?
red.
Yeah, like once the light switched on, and I even have some of that. Like I've been in fights where once the switch is on, I can't stop. Like if someone has to like literally hold me. It's crazy. You think you have that in you or no?
I don't know.
You're a pretty chill guy, huh?
Yeah.
He's a dog, dude.
Actually, no. I've seen you get crazy.
Yeah.
Remember with Boogie?
Oh yeah, dude.
This guy went crazy. And
I'm
like,
telling you,
Angel
this
Fry.
guy's throwing punches at me, dude. And I'm like, I'm chilling, dude. Why are you trying to hit me?
Why did he throw punches at you?
He just out.
We should
Out of nowhere,
actually
dude.
put together a little street fight.
Hey, with those Wally Wonka gloves? I can't
Dude.
take
Wally
it.
Yo, Wally Wonka.
How
what
the
are you
Oompa
doing over
Loompas
there?
doing,
They're
dude?
good, dude. I have to keep them up, dude. They made a union.
Oh, are they about
They unionized? They're on shifts, dude.
Damn, dude, that's messed up.
So what else is new, man? You're back in New
Sparkling
Mexico.
water,
That's it, dude.
What's your
Just-
goals, dude? Obviously, you're gonna do jiu-jitsu.
My goal is just to get through this next course,
I like
dude.
sparkling water.
So what is that gonna do for you, man?
double X?
I'll be qualified in the aircraft, dude, and be done with training. But that's one thing I like about this job, dude, is like you're really never done. It's just you're always like a student of the job. You know what I'm saying?
So they might bring you into a new
Student of
class
the
and
game.
like
Hey,
reteach
we're
you
not-
something. That they
Yeah.
want.
When are you going to Africa?
You going to Djibouti?
Nah, dude. I gotta get past this course first.
That's top secret, dude. That's G7 classified.
Nah, you're good, bro. He was just messing around.
Oh yeah, dude. We're going to France.
Oh, are you really?
Ooh,
Oh,
Nah,
sick.
dude.
Are you single?
I am single, dude.
Ooh.
Shout out. Give a shout out. Shout out.
Hey, I see all those IG girls.
What IG girls, dude?
Bro, you be liking up them pictures.
Just kidding. Hey, double tap everywhere, dude. Everybody got love, dude. This is bad, dude.
Yeah.
Later
How's
at
the
night.
single life, dude?
It's good, dude. I like it.
What about now
It's
that you're
good.
back at home? Are you gonna just try to stay single? Or what are you
Yeah,
trying
dude.
to
I'm gonna
do?
stay single. I'm just gonna focus on.
What's
This
the dating
school,
life
dude.
like in this day and age?
Honestly, dude, I haven't really.
Are you on Bumble?
I'm not on any dating app. dude.
Damn.
No
What
dating.
about
app.
Grindr?
Nice.
Hey, cocksucker.
Dude, honestly though, but like during like this,
What's Grinder?
like during
Josh knows about it.
COVID, I feel like that was probably the hardest time to be like a single person.
Why?
Because
I don't know.
dude, like how are you gonna hang out with people? We're all like on lockdown.
I guess
You can't meet
yeah.
up at places, and
The
even
river,
like if
dude.
you want to,
It's all underground.
even if you want to meet up with like I'm bringing back George's back into this, but like he was trying to meet up with a chick, and she's like, "Whoa, yeah, I need you to quarantine for a certain amount of days
That's
before
real
we
love.
Before you
hang out."
Man.
Never mind.
And he did it?
Nah, that's what he's like. Later, just kidding.
Later,
Do you have any more of those unsponsored drinks?
Yeah, I do.
Any
So,
of those bubblies?
I actually this is one right here. This was the full name.
No, but do you have the
the
other?
other bubbly?
The other bubbly?
Yeah.
Oh, Laguna's the guy. When was the first time we all hung out?
Like in life?
Yeah, like all four of us.
Well, you and I used to play Yaffa football together.
Yeah, but that's just me and you.
Oh, like a crew?
Yeah. Like when was the first time me, you, Brandon?
It was like
I think
2.
when Brandon
3 years
graduated
ago.
high school.
Yeah, it was when I graduated high school.
Was it like after we started the podcast?
No, it was before, way before.
I'm trying to think. Was it in Belen? Or was he already on the scene in Albuquerque?
I think I was here with
guys
you.
were, like going to church and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, you're right.
And
Because
then
like
we
on
went-
Wednesday nights we would hang out, huh?
And then we'd go eat somewhere, and then I think everyone came. And then
Yeah, you're right.
B-Rad would come up and he'd come out and have some coffee. And
Yeah. Brandon always knew all the nice little local spots for sure.
It's my niche.
That's cool, bro. No, it
Support
really
local.
is.
Let's give out a shout out to some coffee shops, dude.
Support slow burn.
Hey, you said slow burn before Michael Thomas?
Michael Thomas. dude.
Michael T.
I love slow burn.
Shout out.
Castle Coffee.
Castle.
Yeah.
Shout out Callie from Slow Burn. Dude. That's the best
Ooh.
barista.
What's that other one called? Something Bros? Dutch Bros?
Dutch Bros.
F-
no,
that's
dude.
mainstream, dude.
Dude, that's where all
That's
the
corporate,
basics
dude.
go,
Have you guys
dude.
ever been to Against the Grain coffee shop? It's hidden in Albuquerque.
Yeah,
I dare you to find it.
ATG.
We make the grain coffee, dude. we put some extra sauce in there.
Is it FDA approved?
Shit,
Nah, it's just like the vaccine. It's not FDA approved, but you're gonna like it.
Might give you an extra boost.
Yeah, dude. Got a little bit of nicotine in it.
So you guys have any big announcements for the brand, dude? Anything like
Well, we
that?
kind of already talked about it. I think right now we're just focusing on just like getting our relationship back to where it was, you know, hanging out all the time, doing more stuff together, and you know, just going to events, being ourselves. You know,
Yeah, dude.
Brandon's single, I got a girlfriend, but we can still do stuff together and have fun, you know.
You guys going to any of the concerts coming
I want to
in
go to
town?
Revolution. We should all go to Revolution.
Revolution.
Isn't it right up the road?
It's at the amphitheater.
Oh,
okay.
na whoa. No, na, na, whoa. We should go. I only live like half a mile from the state fairgrounds.
Is there something coming up there?
State fair.
Oh, in September, that's right.
Some corn on the cob, deep fried Oreos.
Yeah.
Deep fried Oreos?
Yeah.
Oh, my
Oh,
my
dude.
sister made that.
Turkey legs.
Turkey
Turkey
Oh,
legs,
those
yeah.
turkey legs, huh?
One time I rode the slingshot. I think you were
I did
there.
too.
Nah, I never
did.
did that.
Oh, you went there?
Hey, that thing is
I ain't
scary,
about that.
It was
dude.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty
With
scary.
my
You
luck,
feel like you're
sling-
risking your life, dude. Yeah, you like.
You're trusting.
You see the guy setting it up, and he's got long hair, and
You half high,
Yeah.
a little drunk.
he's been there for fucking 2 weeks.
It's like the
and-
Blend Fiestas, dude. The hammer. Things are ready to fall
Dude,
apart.
hey,
dude.
what a
hammer.
Dude, I've been in the hammer, dude, and there's been like
You've been in the-
screws. There's been screws falling on my lap.
Yeah, they have.
The silver hammer, dude.
Dude, I think I had like one of my first kisses at the Fiestas.
In the
Dude.
hammer.
Dang.
Yeah.
Can't even remember.
No.
I just
Was it a
remember being on
lip
the
kiss, or did you throw like a little cheek
probably a
kiss?
little pecker. Top of the Ferris wheel.
I was young, a little. It was a
Yeah.
little
It was
Yeah,
like
it was.
it was definitely like maybe 6th grade, 7th. I don't know. You know when you're a young kid and you're just like all happy to just be like on a Ferris wheel with a girl
Oh yeah,
that you like.
that's old school, bro.
Yeah.
Kids don't know about
It
that.
takes
yeah.
balls to do that. It sounds
You're
simple,
on the
but like
zipper with her,
when
dude.
you're that young and you finally like ask the first girl out to do something with you, it's like,
You had to call her home.
do you talk about an adrenaline rush?
It is an adrenaline rush.
Is Carla there?
Yup.
Can I speak to Carla?
It's a brother. You gotta fight through that. I remember I would get phone calls because you know how we only had a landline.
Right.
I would get phone calls from like, even just like homegirls. Like Rebecca Rivera would call me a lot. Naomi, like just close friends. And like I would just be doing stuff, and my mom would be like, you know, so and so's on the phone, and I would literally just like pick up the landline phone and talk with them forever. Like it was just like different, bro.
Just
Like your
BS,
parents just knew everything, like everyone who called them
Yeah.
and stuff. But they were
Real
cool with it. Our parents, like, you know, they weren't all strict.
Yeah.
You gotta let the kids live, you know.
Yeah, you have to.
For sure.
It's like those St. Mary's people doing it to blend. They're freaking crazy.
Dang.
Dang.
Did you
Calling
date a
out?
couple or what?
No.
How do you know?
What did he say?
I don't know. He said something crazy.
Dude, was that Spanish or what?
Yeah, dude.
Yo, shout out to the Catholic schools.
Yeah.
Holding it down.
producing good students.
Oh, I heard St. Pius went down under, and then like 4 families went together and bought it back for
Wait,
like
what?
10 million.
Yeah, they were like.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah, they were having some issue with like
Really?
the what is it, the archdiocese and.
What's that?
It's
Sounds like
the,
it's
uh,
popular.
it's part of the
It's like the
Catholic
head church of. It's the head church.
So they were just low on funds.
It's a couple
Yeah, they
pounds,
were
right?
like they're having some financial issues.
Yeah. I think they were declaring bankrupt.
Yeah, they were
Really?
declaring
That's pretty
bankruptcy.
cool that the families went together and.
It
Brought it
is.
back, I guess.
There's,
I don't know.
You know how it is with anything, dude. There's a
Politics.
good and the bad side. There's like a scandal to everything.
Yeah.
I only know what I read on the headline, so I don't.
If
really
I bought a
much.
school, bro, I would change all the policies.
What would you call it, dude?
What do you
Infinity.
think?
The school of the grain.
I'll call it.
Against
Infinity.
I'll call it grain worts.
Infinity.
What did you call it?
Infinity.
Infinity.
You remember Infinity High School?
Is that where all the
I'm dead, dude.
dude? Is that where all the crazy guys are? Dude, if you went to Infinity, you were against the grain automatically. No, we'll call it ATG Academy.
There you go.
Yeah, and we'll teach kids how to talk. We'll teach
Sports.
kids. Yeah.
Sports.
What did we
Wrestling.
talk about?
Wrestling.
Wrestling. How to kiss a girl.
MMA. On the little pecker.
Fiestas 101.
Yep. How to go to the fiestas and not make a fool of yourself. What else?
You gotta get a Fiesta burger.
Dude, remember the movie dates too? When you're
Ooh,
little, your mom would
yeah.
drop you off at the movies.
All nervous.
Woo, that was like danger.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I remember I'd go. I don't know. You just like I would get so nervous being around girls like even like now, but like especially at a young age. Like I would like be fine and I would be able to hide it, but like
Yeah.
deep down I was like terrified.
The movies were fun, dude. You would like jump from movie to movie.
Yeah, or you would stay for another one if
Yeah.
you could. I remember I was always at the movies with Matt Adams. Matt Adams, shout out to Matt Adams,
Yes,
one of my
nice to
best
hear.
friends.
Samuel.
R.I.P. brother, I
R.I.P.
miss you so much. But we would go to the movies together because like his grandparents were cool mine.
And he was smooth. Dude.
Yeah, dude,
He
Matt
was
would
always-
set up the perfect dates,
Yeah,
bro.
smooth.
Matt would like set up for me and him to go on the rail runner to Albuquerque to the theaters up here.
Dang, dude.
And
He was
then-
a planner.
Yeah, he was so good at that, but not really though. Because one time we got me, him, and Daniel. What's that one kid's name? Daniel that graduated with us.
Bondabazo?
Other one.
Jaramillo.
I don't know, dude.
Nah, it's almost said what you said.
Trujillo?
No. Anyways, it was me, Matt, and Daniel, and we timed the train wrong, and so when we were done with the movie, the train wasn't running for the rest of the day.
That's a life lesson.
So
dude.
we were stuck in Albuquerque, like stranded, and we're having to call Matt Adams' grandma,
That happens when you're an adult.
and
dude.
we're getting roasted.
Missing the train.
Yeah.
I almost said Daniel Hessinger, but it's not Daniel Hessinger.
Daniel Hessinger.
Is it Kleppel?
No, he was a smart kid. He was always in soccer. He was always in
Who's
soccer.
Kleppel?
You don't know Daniel Kleppel? Dude, I've seen Daniel Kleppel catch. Dude, I went to those.
made up name, bro.
No, dude, you want it? I got a Daniel. You're probably not watching this, but I got a Daniel Kleppel story. Dude, there was this one time.
Daniel Kleppel,
You know how the ditch banks are in most Chapmans? There was this one time. Daniel Kleppel, bro, found he would noodle fishes.
Why you
And
making
this
up
guy-
names, bro?
He caught 20 catfish out of this hole. Daniel Kleppel. And he fed us that day.
You guys ate catfish?
He's a hero. He's a hero.
Hey, teach a man to fish, dude.
Yeah, Daniel's your hero. And you know what? He works for Los Lunas PD, so shout out Los Lunas PD.
I love PD. We have a few
Shout out
friends
to
that-
Wyatt Robinson.
Yeah.
We got Steven Barba.
Yeah, dude.
He's a
All the wrestlers got the hip tosses on.
Yeah, dude.
That's why there's no crime in Los Lunas. Have you noticed how clean it is? It's because all the ex-wrestlers are working there. Dude, shut up. Oh my god.
B-Rad is back, dude. Welcome back, dude.
Is he back though?
Oh, I'm back.
Oh my god.
Like Kleppel.
Oh, man.
Sounds like cleft lip. Alright,
Okay.
let's play a game. Would you rather?
No.
All right.
No.
Yeah. No. We were playing.
We're just one round.
Just one round.
Would you
Alright,
rather?
quick round.
Would you
Alright.
rather, Kleppo?
All right. You want to go first, Brandon?
Yeah,
Hit
ask
me.
somebody.
Hit me.
No, you're
He's
in.
still trying to find himself.
I'm shooting a blank.
Would be the first time.
That's why they love you, dude.
All right.
Sim rounds.
Would you rather? This is like simple. Like this is like 101. Would you rather?
All right.
Would you rather not be able to speak or not be able to talk?
What?
That's the same thing, bro.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so retarded. I meant to say C. I meant to say C.
It's a lose-lose situation, dude.
You're fucked, dude. You ain't getting a word out.
I meant to say.
You ain't talking at all.
Would you rather not be able to see or talk?
Would you rather not be able to talk or speak?
Yeah, like Danny said, you're screwed.
Dude, I think I'd rather not talk, dude.
Really?
Gotta see, dude.
Same.
Damn.
Yeah, same.
That's same here. Because you can still communicate with your hands if you're blind, if you're deaf.
Yeah.
But if you can't see, how can you? Well, I guess you could talk.
I think you're getting all philosophical over there.
It's taking it to the next
All
level.
right,
dude.
I'm just trying to break it down. Can you help me out and
Sorry.
carry it? Just kidding.
I'm just saying, dude, I'd rather be able
Talk
to
about
see.
couple.
All right, here, let me ask you a question right here.
Alright.
Would you rather be homies with Kanye West or Kid Cudi?
Oh.
Only
Right
one.
here.
Cuddy.
Cudi?
Why?
That's a quick answer.
Why?
Because Kanye's crazy. I'm gonna be honest, dude. So is Cuddy.
Cuddy's suicidal though.
So is Cuddy. But Cuddy, I feel like Cuddy would be more of a homie to Kanye. I
That's
feel like
true.
some seasons
Good
Kanye
point.
will cut you
Cuddy,
off.
yeah, Cuddy seems more like he could have
Yeah.
like deep conversations.
Yeah,
with
he'll
you.
always be there, no matter what he's going through. But Kanye, if he shuts down, dude, in Wyoming, he shuts down.
All of a sudden, you're gonna be driving one of those tanks in Wyoming, like going crazy.
All right, Martin, I got a question for you. What's your favorite version of Kanye, like album-wise? And like, because his albums kind of represent his
Give him two
personality at
options.
the
Give
time.
him two, because there's so many.
I mean, like Graduation or Life of Pablo.
Only those two?
Well, I mean, you give him some. You probably know the albums better than I do.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Jesus.
Which Yeezus is a crazy one.
Like, if you were homies with Kanye, what area would you want to be his best friend?
What era?
Yeah.
808s.
808,
Ooh.
808 and Heartbreaks?
Yeah.
That was when he busted out the melodies.
That is the most. I think that's the most underrated album of Kanye West, dude. Everyone just skips that one, but he. I don't know how to explain it. I'm trying to find the right words. He literally found. I mean, he started auto-tune with that. It wasn't T-Pain. It was him, and then not just that, but like just the way he produced that album. All pianos, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It was
I'm gonna have to go back and listen to
It was, yeah, he like did a lot of
Whoa.
I think my era, I don't know. I think like my favorite album for sure is Graduation.
Graduations.
That's one of my favorites. It has so many different types of songs. You have songs like the song that he did with Daft Punk, Stronger, and then
Yeah.
it goes from that to like
Flashing Lights.
Everything I'm Not made me everything I am. Like those are so different styles of songs, but it's on the same album. And then you get songs like Good Morning. Like there's just so many songs on that album that you hear today. We're literally like 10 years away, 15 years away from that album, and you still hear that song on everyone's stories on Instagram.
Top
You know,
three.
there's these like crazy
Top 3 albums, dude. Kanye West.
for me.
Yeah.
Well, Graduation, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and Life of Pablo, probably. I really enjoyed Life of Pablo.
Yeah. What about you?
Let's go 808s, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and Graduation.
Yeah, mine's
Nice.
Graduation. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Probably Life of Pablo, same, dude. It's like Life of Pablo just had that
Yeah.
hype, dude.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But it also had some like chill melodies.
Mhm.
And then Graduation, he actually made a movie, right?
Yeah, something like that.
It was like every song that he had, like
No,
Phoenix.
not Graduation. It was for My Beautiful Dark
Yeah.
Twisted Fantasy.
Was that? Are you
Yeah.
sure?
We had the girl with the wings,
I think
and he was playing the piano
Oh,
and all that. That was
that's
where he's
the
wearing
one.
the red suit.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the one where it was like
Yeah.
almost like an hour-long movie,
Yeah, that one was sick, dude.
and he's playing the piano. Let's take a toast to the douchebags. And he's playing the piano, all the
Runaway.
ballerinas.
Yeah.
That was artistic.
Yeah.
That's one thing about Kanye is he's real. He's so separate from like the rap society. He's like brought out like I don't have like he admits like I'm not like a guy who shoots guns and sells drugs. Like, you know, I just grew up like a kid like you. Like he's just trying to make artistic stuff. Like what other rap artist is having ballerinas in his music video
He really
and
tried.
making pop?
He really tries to find the artistic form in music, and he does a really good job at incorporating that, dude.
Mm-hmm.
For me, 808s, Life of Pablo, and Yeezus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeezus is another
Yeezus
one,
is
dude. Yeezus goes
Black
hard.
Skinhead?
Yeah.
Who's your guys' favorite artist out right now?
Right now.
Like, what, any genre?
Bad Bunny, dude.
Really?
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny,
Yeah.
dude.
You've
Bad
been
Bunny.
dropping some fun songs,
Yeah,
bro.
you have in the group.
And Bad Bunny's changing like the Mexican culture of music, right?
Yeah, he's Puerto Rican.
Oh, he's
but-
Puerto Rican. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought
but
he was Mexican.
No, he's Puerto Rican, but he's boosting up our culture, dude. It's just.
I guess the Latin culture.
Yeah, Daddy Yankee was the previous guy. He's
Yeah.
the one that elevated it, but now it's Daddy.
Like a Saline.
Bad
Like a
Bunny.
Saline.
Is Daddy Yankee Puerto Rican as well?
Yeah,
Daddy Yankee's Puerto Rican?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
yeah. A
Pitbull?
lot of reggaeton is from Puerto Rico, dude.
What about the
Because
other
there's
guys?
reggaeton, there's salsa, there's what else? There's like
There's cumbia.
cumbia.
Cumbia's fun to dance
Yeah. There's bachata.
to.
There's
Kiana
a
knows
lot.
about all these, bro. She'll tear that stuff up.
You guys got a Latin.
She's
night?
like taught me all that stuff already, all the stuff he's saying. She tries to teach me how to dance.
I remember taking like a music history or like music in college as an elective, and then you learn about all the different like Latin music and stuff like that.
That's pretty cool.
You take it, you think it's gonna be easy, and then it's like, oh damn it.
Did you guys take that music? Did you guys take that music appreciation?
I think that's what it was. I think that's what it was.
They
I took
talk
a
about
Beatles
everything.
class.
It's crazy. You realize
Really?
how many songs and like styles of music were stolen from like the black culture. Like a lot of the first like really good musicians were African Americans, and they couldn't like sell it on TV. So like they would get Elvis Presley to like imitate what they were doing and just to sell it.
I remember one thing I learned in that class was the West African culture.
Ooh.
Like they would actually steal the American style of music and like play it in West Africa, but make it like better, you know. Like,
Right.
whether it was like classical music,
Mhm.
they would like add a twist to it, dude.
Add
They
more
would dress
Jones or
American.
something.
They would, you know, and but it was like cool because
That's pretty cool.
they made it better.
I think we should celebrate like other cultures, don't you think? Like we should like embrace them and like
Dude, I think
like we've done stuff like I don't know, just like all of us even hanging out, and you know like even coming to Matanzas. Like I'll never tell someone if you're not Mexican or Hispanic you can't come to Matanza because it's only our culture. Like I want to invite people to come
Yeah.
and like
dude,
see how fun it is. You know?
that's America. We're a melting pot,
Yeah.
It is
and like
Hopefully we stay that way.
Certain people, there's people that don't accept it, but then when you accept it and you embrace it, that's when you fully take on every culture that you take on everything that every culture has to offer.
Yeah.
And that's where you learn the most, and that's
Right.
where you have the most fun.
Exactly.
That is true.
You can't keep yourself secluded and
Yeah.
stay in a box and say, "Oh, I'm only this type of ethnicity, so I can only stay in my box." Like
Yeah.
even like song, for example. Like song brought us into all kinds of like different types of things that we've never even heard of.
yeah, definitely.
You know, like events like where they had just everyone brought their own type of like food from like their culture, and we
They
all
have like
shared.
world fairs, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Even the Olympics, if you watch the Olympics
Yeah.
now, a lot of Americans, first generation, second generation Americans, you know, their family migrated. They have a lineage, and it's
Right.
like, you know, they're representing America, but their grandparents, you know, are from another country, and it's like that's
Yeah, dude. It's like when are we gonna just like stop acting like 3-year-olds and realize we're all like human race, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I think
we're all human, like, just to celebrate the fact that we're all living creatures and have
Yeah.
minds of our own. And
we
I
don't
can
realize
meet you
it.
and shake your hand, and, like, you have a whole other perspective on things, and, like, and not, like, look down on people for, like, thinking different, you know?
Yeah.
That's sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that's where diversity comes into play, dude.
Mhm.
It's like diversity brings people from different backgrounds and different cultures to make something better,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's what will elevate us.
Mhm.
Then, you know, I don't know what you were gonna say, Dan.
Well, that's why I asked you the question about your travel for the military, and the military is like super diverse, right?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
You meet people. You go to basic training with people from all over the country.
Yeah.
You know, tech school.
No, yeah, like our group is just super diverse. Like our class of like 8 people. One guy grew up in Japan, lived in Australia. Coolest dude ever. Yeah, dude, like it's just crazy to see like all the different parts of life, dude.
Was his last name Club?
Nah, dude, his last name was.
What did you, like, what was, like, the,
What was
like,
his last
did you,
name?
like,
Dunn.
like, how did you, like,
Dunn.
was there moments, like, where they asked you, like, were they curious at all about, like, where you came from, or, like, did you tell
Yeah,
them,
no,
like,
yeah.
what our lives are like from here?
Yeah, dude. And so what's cool about this training at Kirtland is every helicopter comes here. This is like this is where you get your main training. So they're all coming here.
Mm.
So they're all very curious on like how the food is, how the people are, you know. And it
Yeah.
was very cool. Like they're always diving down into like how it is going to be here because they're going to be living here for the next 6-7 months.
And you're like, I'm already used to it. Like,
Yeah, dude, this
you
is
know.
home for me. I'll show you around. Like everyone's cool.
What coffee shop do you recommend?
Slow burn,
burn.
dude. Or Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas is it, dude. But
The
yeah.
Starbucks at UNM isn't bad though.
Do you keep in touch with anybody you went to basic training?
Yeah, we
with?
had a guy on the podcast.
Yeah, we
Oh,
did
really?
actually.
Ooh.
His name's Aaron.
What episode?
Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't keep track, but he was a cool guy. He was really
He's from
down to earth.
Pennsylvania.
What was his story?
I don't know. He was just like saying how much we don't like Biden. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
No, I'm just
he,
messing around. We like Trump and Biden, but like, you know how military guys are, like they'll just like, they ain't afraid to just say what they want, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, you just, you know,
No,
I,
yeah.
I think differently than everyone, but he's just like speaking his mind and having fun, and I think that was like what was important, you know? You
Yeah.
can tell he's a good guy.
No, he's a really good dude. He's from Pennsylvania, and his family owns they have a business. I want to say like a pallet business.
Like a wood pellet?
Yeah. That's what they
For
do.
fires or to like to stack?
Like to
things
stack, like to. For
Yeah, that's good
shipments.
money in that. Dude, you know, like lumber right now is like
Oh,
the
lumber's
highest
off.
it's ever
dude,
been,
yeah.
ever.
Dude, not only lumber, steel, plastics, we're doing
Bullets,
like aluminum,
ammo.
everyday
Nine,
items.
dude.
So I'll just say it for record, maybe it'll come true. But they're saying that this next phase is gonna be worse than the first, dude. What have you heard? You're in the med field.
About what?
Oh, what are you
The
talking about? The
virus?
phase of the virus?
Well, so
There's-
what I'm
there-
talking about is like I guess the impacts. Like so on our end in the construction industry, they're saying that material it already is hard to get.
Oh, so you're talking
They're saying
about
that,
like
like, fact-
tangible stuff.
Yeah, but
Like-
what is it? Is it true? What do you think? What's-
Are we talking about the virus?
yeah.
So, from my understanding, dude, and I haven't looked into it because I've been in a specific field, but it could be, it's really impactful right now in people that haven't gotten vaccinated.
Right.
And I'm not, you're free to do whatever the fuck you want. But this Delta variant is a lot more
Contagious, right?
it's contagious, and the effects are a little bit more stronger than the original COVID virus, or the first strain anyways. So then it comes down to how many people are vaccinated, and I think there's I haven't looked at the evidence because I like to research shit, and I look at research studies all the time, but so far there might not be shutdowns because there might be enough people that are vaccinated with
Okay.
the vaccine, and that should help prevent it.
Okay.
But the people that aren't vaccinated can potentially get harsher effects of the virus compared to people that are vaccinated. But again, I haven't looked at the evidence, and that's what I practice, dude. I look at research all the time.
Have you seen that recent podcast with Joe Rogan? And it was like literally released like yesterday. I don't know who he had on, but he brought up a research article that
Joe Rogan doesn't know shit, dude.
I'm not saying that he does.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, out of curiosity, like, he brought something up and was saying, cause I just got vaccinated too, so I don't care. Dude.
And you've
like,
been doing good with that too, huh?
I had a horrible time the first week I got
it.
Only on the first virus.
You were sore, right?
No, I felt sick for like 3 days, but that was just for the first one. But he was saying that, like, the reason why the Delta virus exists or why it's mutating is because there's so many people that are vaccinated that it still exists in you, and it almost mutates on its own.
It
like
depends,
and then like it's almost like
it depends.
The more we get vaccinated, the more it's mutated.
Joe Rogan is theoretically speaking about this, and it takes a lot of studies to really determine why the virus has mutated. Just like every year, we have to get a new flu vaccine.
I think it's like I think that article's like dumb, or not dumb, but like. It just seems like it's going to change no matter what. It doesn't matter what we do. It's just evolution. Like every year it's just going to happen.
He speaks in like generalities.
Exactly.
So he's speaking about one specific thing that happens to a virus when there's 100 different things that happen to a virus.
Regardless if you had vaccines or not, though.
Because people are getting vaccinated, a virus mutates. That's true, but there's also other reasons, right?
Yeah, and that comes down to what is going on, and no one can predict the activity of a virus, dude.
Yeah.
Virus need live hosts. If
like Venom.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Yeah.
If you
Shout out to Venom.
Hey, that new trailer was sick.
That trailer was
we gotta get as many shout outs as we can.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to reach out for some sponsors.
And that's the thing though, dude, is like, I mean, Joe Rogan is an educated individual, but at the same time, there's a art. You can compare it to an art form, dude. Like, you really have to understand the physiology, mechanisms, and like all these mechanisms of evolution to really say and make an opinion about it. I can't make it.
Yeah.
Like, no matter how much I've studied. So it's
so
like,
judging by evolution and like past viruses, how do you see it moving forward then? Like if we could look at history and like make a projection, what do you see happening?
I can't say, dude. There's not enough data. This is a new virus, and like there's other forms of this. There's other forms of a similar virus like COVID, but at the same time, this is new.
Yeah.
We've never experienced a pandemic since like 1920, since the Spanish flu.
Yeah. That was so long ago.
Yeah. So it's hard.
And the Spanish flu never went away.
It's hard. There's so many advances in medicine that happen every year, dude. So it's hard to determine.
Because research might beat COVID and might get ahead of it and make it to where
it could be.
It might put a roadblock on it.
It could be like the flu that we have to get a new vaccine every year, but at the same time, like, I don't know, dude.
They should come out with like a super soldier serum. That would be sick. Like, just make you immune to everything.
Alright, but you're out on a lighter note.
Yeah, let's stitch this.
Yeah.
That
was good. That was good though, Laguna, honestly.
How has the COVID
How
impacted
has
your
what
life?
has?
How has what has?
On that.
How has the virus impacted your life in a positive way? Like,
how has
in
what?
a positive way?
Yeah, like what has it changed in your life because of the pandemic that you're gonna keep in your routine? Or like
Dude, I could just see the short circuit. No, but what good things have happened to you? Like have you
what's
changed any new
in your
routines
life
or anything?
like because of this?
Like,
what did you open your eyes to?
I guess overall health, honestly, like how much like working out, eating right is a big one.
Yeah.
And like when I'm more cognizant of when I go to the grocery store what I'm buying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like eat some greens, dude.
What kind of greens?
Some broccoli, dude.
What kind of broccoli?
Collard greens?
Asparagus? Asparagus.
That's good. Eating healthier.
Asparagus.
They don't promote that enough. I think honestly, like, the world needs to know how important health is, and it's not just the vaccines and everything are good too, but it's like even just eating right,
Right.
working
Working
out,
out.
staying active,
Yeah.
Getting sunshine.
getting sun,
Vitamin D.
Yeah.
you know, putting what's it called, baking soda or chloride in your veins. No, I'm just kidding.
Chugging.
What is it?
Wait, what did you say, Reds? What did you say?
Chugging?
Chugging, dude.
He
Yeah.
said, he didn't say regular.
Honestly, guys, I think we're almost about wrapped it up. You know, we had a good time.
We should end with the quote,
Do
dude.
you guys wanna do a quote?
I got one.
All right, what is
Okay.
it? So,
I had a meeting with a doctor, dude, and she gave me the best advice. She's like, this younger generation wants to achieve perfection, and that you know, that mentality paralyzes you. It paralyzes you because you're afraid, and it causes fear. She says, never let that stop you, because you won't reach your full potential.
Damn.
Dang, dude.
that's good.
That's
I feel like I needed to hear that.
I did too. I feel like I really
I
did.
feel like I needed
I
to
feel like
hear
a lot
that,
of
dude.
weight just got lifted
Yeah.
off my shoulders.
Yeah.
You can't let that fear paralyze you, or that, you know, if you don't achieve perfection, you can't let it paralyze you. Otherwise you won't achieve your best
Dude,
self.
that's good, dude.
Damn.
I love it.
Knowledge.
I love it. Guys, I love you. Episode 30. Watcha!